Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? You guys who work during the daytime are coming up on the last couple of hours of your shift or your hours at work. So I know you're excited, right? I am actually about to get ready to go to work. It works wonderfully for my family right now because I get to be available and home with the boys for the majority of their day, and then when I leave they only have a few hours before they go to bed, so it really working evenings works great. And I was like, I haven't done a video in my car in a while, like almost 2 weeks, because I had several days off when we went to Summit for our Beachbody event, which was phenomenal, and then I actually had multiple days off, 8 days to be exact, over the last 8 days. And that is due to the fact that I have now got a flexible schedule with being an online lifestyle coach, and I do not have to be a full-time nurse practitioner anymore. I haven't had to, actually it's almost 2 years, and I know a lot of people have no idea, have no clue what I really do and how that all goes down and how I've been able to cut back on my full-time nurse practitioner hours. Like, this is the raw truth. I am the breadwinner for our home. I have been for the last 3 years. After having kids, we brought my husband home as a nurse practitioner, making decent money, but it was taking my life away, and I was introduced to the coaching opportunity, and it's everything. It just fits everything about me. And so I was like, are you kidding me? Like, seriously, I could do something like this and I don't even have to have any school. I didn't even have to go to school to do this. What? And so I said yes, and it's changed my life, completely changed my life. Every aspect. I literally only am working on average 3 7-hour shifts a week, and some weekends here and there. I'm not even having to do those every other long 12-hour shifts like I was doing as a nurse practitioner. And then the rest of the time I am juggling owning a business and doing my business at home with my kids. And so we have hired a sitter, which, praise God, her name is Angel, and she literally was a godsend, and she is there. I'm working from home, so the kids kind of know that I'm there, and then I get to put them down for their nap. I want you to know that it's not as luxurious and beautiful as maybe it sounds. It's really, really hard to work from home, but I'm making it work because this is going to be my full-time gig, right? So anyways, enough of that. If you're new to me, I'm Chanel. I am a wife. I have 2 toddler boys at home. I'm actually a nurse practitioner by education, hence the scrubs. About to go in to do to help some sick kids for a couple of hours. And then I am primarily a lifestyle coach. I get the honor and privilege to walk alongside busy moms, particularly healthcare working moms, and help you create and live a life on purpose. Live beyond the bedside, live beyond that care for the patients and your students and whatever you may be doing on your daily basis. I'm helping you live beyond that and having purpose in your life. And so one of the ways I'm doing this is through my calendar every month. I have a Journey to Fit calendar. For those of you who know me, you know that fit is not just about being physically fit, although that is a huge part and actually a result of living intentional with your life. That's not what being fit is about. So the Fit in P is what I'm known by, and because that's my motto, that's what I live by: living out your faith, being intentional in all areas of your life, and partnering with Christ first, and with other mamas to become better. And so that's what I'm here to do, and we're actually going to talk today about faith. That is our challenge this week. If you've not gotten my calendar, you got to go to thefitnp.com. I will post the link here in just a few minutes and below this so that you can just easily go there and grab your calendar for the month. But you've got a scripture writing challenge, you've got an ab challenge every day of the week, a video there. All you got to do is push play, and then fit challenge. So your fit challenge for this week is about faith. And my question to you today is, do you really believe in you? Do you really have the faith in you that you think you do, or other people think you do? Or let's get inside your own head right now. Do you really believe in you? Do you believe in you? Do you believe that God has put you where you are right now for a purpose? Think of the roles that you play. I'm a wife, I'm a mom of toddlers, and I am a nurse practitioner. I am a online lifestyle coach. And I'm also a business mentor. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm teaching other people how to do what I do. Everything I've just told you is has big value, has big purpose. If you're a wife and you're a mother, those are huge. They're big enough that oftentimes we don't feel like we can do them well. And I don't know about you, I definitely live in a state of failure often, where I feel like I have failed, or I'm afraid I'm going to fail. That is me. I'm the failure queen. If you don't know my story, reach out to me and I'll tell it to you. And I every once in a while, I'll share with you guys here on social media. But I'm a failure queen. I failed tons of stuff over and over. It's a miracle, not a miracle, because as a Christian, we don't get miracles. But God literally passed a couple of tests for me to become a nurse practitioner. Like, seriously. It took me several after I failed till finally God showed up because I finally asked him to, and he helped me pass some classes and tests. I mean, that's literally how my story goes. And so, as you can imagine, I fear failing as a wife, fear failing as a mother, fear failing. I've half the time when I'm working, I definitely sometimes sense this sense of failure as taking care of patients, because I have dissatisfied parents who really think I'm not doing the right thing, which just is so disheartening. It's terrible. It's a terrible feeling because I would never not do the right thing. But anyways, that's a whole nother story. But then lifestyle coaching, I don't feel adequate. I don't feel like I'm doing the best that I could possibly do some days. I feel like I'm not qualified some days. And to teach someone else how to run a business, like, God has got to step in with me here. So are you following me on the tasks that I do? Think in your head, what are you doing every day? Are you a wife? Are you a mom? Are you also a healthcare professional? Are you also a coach? Are these things that God has put into our life, do you believe that that's your purpose? Do you believe that those are actually your purpose here on this earth? It is. If you're wanting to know what your purpose is, guess what? Those are the biggest parts of your purpose. But how confident are you? How confident are you in these roles? Do you really believe that God has you right where you are for a reason? Do you really believe God has a purpose for you in where he has you right now? If I'm being completely honest, I don't. I don't have a lot of faith in myself on most days. I don't. I stink at it, actually. The faith that I have in me being the wife that I need to be, the faith that I have that I'm not screwing up and making mistakes as a mother, being a nurse practitioner, you name it. Like, I struggle with having enough faith in myself that God is going to meet me where I'm at and he's going to help me. Most of the time, that failure state, that insecurities, it all stems from the lack of faith, right? And so I don't know where you're at, but do you really believe in yourself? Let's have that conversation right now. Do you really believe that you were created for where you're at right now? And I'll tell you something, I get so frustrated thinking about where I want to be, and I'm so goal oriented, and I want to change. I want my body to change. I cannot tell you, after I had my babies, I was so defeated and depressed for months on end, month after month after month, literally working out, eating right, day in and day out. It took me 9 months to get to where I felt like I needed to be in 3 months. But God said, oh no, sister, I don't want you to get there in 3 months. Why? Because I have a lot of stuff I want to teach you. And that's what I really want to talk to you about right now. It's, first of all, how are you going to start believing better in yourself? How are you really going to start believing and having that faith? That first step is truly believing in God's faithfulness, believing that he really does have you where he wants you. He really has you in the place where you need to be. And also, I'm going to read off my cheat sheet, believing he has you right where you are, and believing in the good and the bad, believing in, okay, all the good stuff that's gone on, he wants you to share it. He wants you to share it with other people. That's your purpose. If you've got some stuff down, like I got my fitness down, ladies, I got it down. And guess what I'm doing? I'm sharing it. And that's what God has told me to do. You can handle this. You got this. Start sharing it. So I'm creating a business off of something that I just got down, and then I started sharing, and this is my purpose. And then what about the bad stuff, the ugly stuff, the stuff that we really don't believe in ourselves enough? Like my marriage struggles a lot. We struggle with conversation, with communication. We struggle. We've been married for 13 years, and this is something that we really have just started intentionally working on. It's just a crazy thing. But I'll tell you what, the areas in which God wants to use us are the areas in which we struggle the most. That's where he wants us to partner with him. That's where he really wants us to dig in and really start having a faith in ourselves and faith in him. And he wants to use us in this. And he wants us to recognize that these areas really matter. Those are the areas we want to give up on. Those are the areas we want to bail. When you're having trouble losing weight, when you're having trouble on your wellness and your fitness journey, don't you want to bail? Heck yeah, you want to bail. What about your marriage? When the going gets tough, if you are not one to just know that you made this commitment no matter what, it's going to be easier to bail. But God says, listen, do you trust me? Do you have faith in my faithfulness, in his faithfulness? Do you believe in his faithfulness? And then do you believe that God has you where he wants you? He says, do you believe me? Do you trust me? I have you here for a purpose. But what you got to do is trust me, and you got to seek me. So when the going gets tough, that second thing, not only do you have to recognize his faithfulness, and you have to recognize that he has you where he wants you, and that you are more than qualified to do what he called you to do, but not if you will not do your part and you will not step into living intentionally. And that means having conversation with him every day, seeking him every day with scripture and whatever you need to do to find that hope, find that faith, find that peace. That's what you got to do. So that's your second thing, is seeking him with all you have. If you have areas of struggle, areas you need to improve, you need to cling on to him. And sisters, let me tell you, these are things that I struggle with every day. Matter of fact, I pray before I get on here and I'm like, I don't have a clue what you want to do with me today, God. I don't know what you want me to say, but you know what I'm struggling with. And you know the sisters out there who really need to hear this today. So I hope that you're on this with me and that you are really listening and that you're really getting this. But you've got to partner with him. And then you got to partner with other people, other sisters. If you need a community to support you on your wellness journey, if you need a community of people to help you get out of debt and to learn how to earn some income for your family, you need to partner with a community that will help you do that. If you need a community to help you with your marriage, you need to do that. Whatever it is that you're struggling with, not only do you need to get in the Word and you need to seek God every day, but you've got to get yourself surrounded with the right kind of people. And that, my dear, is my mission. My mission is to surround myself with as many positive, with as many Jesus girls, with as many crazy fitness girls. You don't have to be a fitness girl to start out with, but I can guarantee you, once you get involved with me in my community, you will become one, because it's our energy. It brings us alive, gives us that strength, second to Christ, and it's effective. So anyways, that's what you got to do. Recap your steps. Number one, you got to believe in God's faithfulness. Believe in his faithfulness to you. He will not leave you. He has never forsaken you. He is there with you. You need to believe that. Second is, you need to believe that he's got you where he wants you. If he's given you good in your life, then now it's your turn to go share that good and give God the glory. And then if he's given you some bad stuff, because we all have bad stuff, then that's areas that we need to depend on him more. Have you left him out of the equation, or are you depending on him more? Then the third thing is that you need to seek him. You need to let him fill in the gaps for us. You need to seek him every day, spend time with him every day, and tell him, if you don't know what you need to pray, if you don't know what you need to do, he wants to hear from you. That's the truth. And then that fourth thing is that you need to seek out a community that will support you in the areas in which you need supporting. That's it. That's it, sisters. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Do something good today for somebody else. Give some hope, get some light to somebody else. And please share this if you guys feel like there's anybody else that would want to listen. Share it to your page so you can rewatch it later. thefitnp.com is where you'll find a little more information about what I can do for you. And hope you have a fabulous day. Blessings, guys. Bye.